Ooh, adding
This
a
is
team.
2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On 1st down, Camp. And this pass caught by Gray. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
How's it coming? Are you winning?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you.
Back to throw. Camp able to find Gray here. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
The second run hitch route, it really helps to have a guy can turn it loose. Good boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Camp. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football.
You've got to be kidding me.
It looks like one of the DBs has it. Opening drive fumble. And the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Jeez.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Back to throw. Camp. And this is caught by Smith. Touchdown 49ers. Herb Smith Jr. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7. Stroud. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. So he stopped for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Stroud. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And got his man.
Frickin' break.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Houston. Alec Pierce.
I have a wide open sack, missed that, and then I have a chance to get an
Touchdown of their own. It took him a while to get their
chance to get an interception, and my guy
found him downfield there.
doesn't do what he's
And
supposed
what
to.
we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches. Doesn't have to
You
have
watching my game, or
volume in
you
order
just
to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally
Do you even care?
and he carries it
Do you
all
even
the way
care?
to the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Boop.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Camp. And caught by London. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And look at the defense for these Texans. They enter play 1 from the bottom. They were 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable for Thomas. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 5. Throwing now is Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with the pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
At the 37-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Camp. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one to his tight end on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
God darn it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans 17. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more of a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. Touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Yeah, me too.
And
Where's been
Thomas
going?
just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
You say nothing, and then all of a sudden you say that.
Houston's
Thanks a lot.
offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first.
I mean, impartial.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the ball even faster.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Stroud. Right side, Claypool's got it. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Texans at 5-8, 3 games under 500, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series, let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
He's probably going to go for it, I think.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
19 Tiger.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Camp.
Why is he always under pressure?
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Camp. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute.
Oh,
That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Camp. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 104th career touchdown.
That one felt good.
Shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And
McCaffrey's
the
a cheat code.
49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
What are you talking about?
Extra point try now for Moody.
Cheesing a screen pass. Yeah, like.
It's good, and it is now
That's so
21-7.
Whatever. At least I'm not running RPOs.
Here is
What?
Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
I'm bringing that back. I'm bringing that back.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Oh, jeez.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
Big body tight end.
The Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
You're familiar with that,
Stoppage
listen.
will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Panther 60, Panthers, Hank, smash Bronco.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Niners.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
How do I not get a sack on that one?
To throw. He chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over possession here.
That was a good lurk.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He finds Wilson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Camp. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Literally, yeah.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw again.
Oh, shit.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at
Wrong
the 40.
button.
Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try to create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. Stroud now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Jeez.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Oh, I had him open. God darn it, we just cannot.
But this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Camp. And a throw there.
Gosh, guys.
Complete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
You're still winning, son.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, it's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws
in the game, yeah.
And now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable.
Especially yours.
That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Stroud on third down now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Stroud looking to throw. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much.
Just play your game. Just play your game. We don't need to hear anything else from you.
Gets the job done for them, but I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game is now.
I'm not what the haters say.
Right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Got a man here, it's Wilson. Touchdown, 49ers. Garrett Wilson, 33 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's not 300 pounds, by the way.
Off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
There's the red zone scissors, man.
Take this to the other side of midfield before
Actually,
going out of bounds.
I think I'm 2/3 that.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work.
Yeah,
I'm wondering
red zone
if their
scissors
coaching
play.
staff
Good old,
said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense,
No.
they have not looked particularly
yeah.
good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Stroud completes this out wide. No gain on the play. And it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, a run with Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let me try something.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Stroud off the play fake. Rolling to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Did you see that?
The best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying,
That was off of a double safety blitz. I never do
get the
that.
car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision.
Oh wait, no, I can keep him in there.
End zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Stroud. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Ready.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
70 Ranger.
Now Stroud. And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check that. Roll.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
Jeez.
Now inside the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texas
It's a
touchdown.
horrible angle.
J.K. Dobbins, 59 yards.
Woof.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone again. So
I cannot get a sack on TV. I just can't. I don't understand it.
The 2-point conversion for good measure. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
Just had a rush play with your boy, Drake London.
And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
I figured you'd like that.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver, pushing his way through. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 168 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Going right back to Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out. There he goes, right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Come on. 18, hide in. Ready.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That's complete.
How was that possible? Wow.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Stroud. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 2nd and
19,
3
Tiger,
at the 16-yard line.
Go.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Texans. Alec Pierce. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense and he made sure to let his quarterback know. Just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job.
Jeez, I don't know if I got
felt
that.
like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. That was a good line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a present.